Hello, welcome back to my channel, Georgia Girl, Air Woman Wellness, and I'm your host, Georgia Girl. November is Alzheimer Awareness Month. So every Wednesday, on Wellness Wednesday, I'll be bringing information concerning Alzheimer. And it's for educational, entertainment purposes only. Let's see who's in the chat. Hey, Living for Jesus, how are you doing? Good to see you. How you been doing? I know the last time you was in my chat, you were saying you wasn't feeling well. I hope you are feeling well. Today I'm talking about Alzheimer. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Put a thumb in the chat. Are you familiar with this Alzheimer? Do you know anybody that is living with Alzheimer, either dementia or any type of just tired? Okay. You know anybody that's living with Alzheimer or okay, you know anybody that's living with this disease, Alzheimer or either dementia? I was talking about this because my mom have the early stages or dementia, and it's challenging when you see loved ones be it that way. But we have to find ways just to make her comfortable. Oh, they already passed away. Okay, was it challenging? Was it hard caring for someone that have that? It's anytime we deal with anything when it come down to our mind, body, or soul, or when we have to take care of ourselves or others, it's very challenging. And seeing my mom like that is very challenging. Even though my mom is 85 years old, and once they start getting that age, they basically start going through that. Um, cause I kept on wondering what was going on with my mom. I was like, she would get to talking and staring off sometimes, like especially in the evening time, she would be, that's when she mostly started getting like that in the evening time, like when it's time for bed. She talks a lot about stuff that didn't happen in the past. She'd be confused and, things like that. Yes, for very because a family member becomes, yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then you're constantly trying to make sure they don't hurt themselves, or you try to make sure that they comfortable and things like that. Hey, Butt Files, welcome in. Today is Wellness Wednesday Talk, and I'm talking about Alzheimer's disease. And I was asking the question, do y'all know people that deal with this or have to take care of someone that deal with Alzheimer or dementia? And I was just bringing this up because of my mom. And so I'll be sharing something on Wellness Wednesday, every Wednesday concerning Alzheimer. And it's for educational, entertainment purposes only. Y'all welcome in. I know the day been a kind of the day after the election. I know that's all we've been hearing about, but it's over with. I mean, the election over with. Uh, Trump get to work. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But today I just want to share some information about it. Yeah, we found out about 2 years ago, and she, it's just like she up and down some days. The only thing, it's not a cure for that. It's not a cure for that. Only thing we do is try to make her be comfortable, and they give her medicine for to make her rest. Because she be real agitated. When they like that, they real agitated, and they try to tell you about things which we know have already been past, like talk about things in the past and things like that. But today I just want to share some information about it. It's for educational, entertainment purposes only. And this day was President Ronald Reagan was the one that started. He was the one that started. Let's see if that could be not like that. Okay, this right here is showing when was Alzheimer. I don't know if you can see the screen. I got it in on my phone. I don't know if you can see it. But this awareness came about in 1983. Ronald Reagan was the one who started that day. It was the day for people to recognize and they can do awareness for their loved ones. Some people, they walk. Some people, like I was going to walk today, but it was raining a lot today. Some people share different things for awareness, whether they do walking, they might put out information, or they might do some type of fundraiser or something to help someone that's dealing with this type of things. So, like I said, this came about in 19. This came about in the year 1983. Ronald Reagan was the one who came up with the day to have a national Alzheimer's disease awareness month. And back then in 1983, there was like 2 million people suffering with it. But now it have grown, the numbers have grown over the years. About 62 million people are dealing with it every day. And there's not, the sad thing about it's not a cure. So I'm just reading some things that I had want to share. Hey, welcome in everybody. Good to see everybody. Like the ones that are caregivers for someone that is going through this. These are some strategies, and that's what we try to do. We try to got to have something like a schedule for them, something that you can do for them every day. Just if you got a favorite television show or a favorite pillow or something to make them feel comfortable, because when they be going through dementia, they feel like it'll make them feel like they're in a strange place, even though they be in their home, but it's just because they have lost memory of what they're going through. So, as my mom, we see her how she go through it. Sometimes I have to correct her a lot. They get real agitated when they like that. Also, real agitated. So right here it is saying a key strategy for caring for someone with Alzheimer's disease is to establish a consistent daily routine, including familiar activities, providing clear communication, you offering support with daily tasks, while allowing them to maintain as much independence as possible, all while being patient and understanding their challenging abilities as the disease progress. Like my mom, she can't do for herself. Hey, Ruthie, I'm sharing some information about Alzheimer awareness, and I was just asking the question: do any of y'all know what that is, and do anyone care for someone with it? Cause it's a memory. This type of disease affect the memory. You have memory loss. You not able to function, or might be like um not able to understand things, or you might put things down. And I do that myself, put things down. You might not be able to find it the next day. I'm good at doing that, but I was just sharing some information. Like I said, my mom has got the early stages of dementia. She'd had it for the last 2 years, so it haven't. I don't think it has gotten any worse, but we do see it like progressing a little bit. We have to constantly tell her, like, no, that ain't what's going on. She'll talk about things in the past because she don't remember like what's going on. Like today, she might say, if I could ask her what the day is, she might can tell me what the day is. She know her name. She know most of my brothers, but sometimes she'll forget. And I know one particular time, she had forgot who I was, and I was like, "Mom, you don't know me?" And she was thinking I was my daughter. But they start getting like that with dementia and Alzheimer's at an early age. So only thing we can do is just try to do some of the things that they like to do, whether they have a favorite movie or TV show or something that make them feel comfortable. Maybe they might have a nice pillow or a quilt. Some people like to cover up in the same type, might have their own personal quilts or pillows or stuffed animals or something. In other words, only thing you can do is try to make them as comfortable as possible as a caregiver. I have learned a lot about as time just seeing my mom go through that, and mostly this is what my brother Debbie said. She talk all day but sleep all day. You just like she's like in those baby stages, like and sometimes she'll say, "Did you see that?" Like, for instance, she said, "Hand me my pocketbook," or something like that. I'm like, "Where's your pocketbook?" She said, "I put it right there." And then I don't see anything, but she thinking about when she used to like have her purse around her. And see, that's what Alzheimer and dementia is. You lose memory. Then as caregivers, we have to try to bring them back to reality, let them know, you know, even though they does get agitated and you might not be able to tell them certain things, but if your parents or someone you love is where they have this type of disease and they're still getting around, walking and doing things that you still have to keep an eye on them because you never know what they might try to wander out from home, or they might try to mess with stuff that they should. In other words, you got to make sure they are safe along with yourself. So these are some things I'm just sharing on Wellness Wednesday concerning Alzheimer's disease. Let's see right here. Like I said, it was established in 1983 by Ronald Reagan. When Ronald Reagan was president, he was the one that started Alzheimer's disease Awareness Day. This right here just sharing like some of the routines you can share with someone that is dealing with Alzheimer's disease. Try to keep a routine such as bathing, dressing, and eating at the same time each day. Welcome in the chat. I'm your host, Georgia Girl, not just saying, okay, you're welcome. Um, I'm just sharing some information concerning Alzheimer's disease. You're welcome. I saw you was over there live. That's what we do. We support each other. And let's continue to stay connected and do what we can to help each other out. Cause we all out here trying to grow. It ain't nothing wrong with supporting each other. Um, but today I'm sharing this about as time. You're just talking about things that you can do to if you are a caregiver, try to keep, in other words, you know how you have babies on schedule, have your babies, like how you have your babies on their schedule to drink their milk, to eat, when you need to change them. If your parents are any type of, depends, you have to have a pattern or a schedule for them. And this right here just saying, like, have certain times they eat, Certain times they like, if they have their favorite TV show, they might want to watch it every day. My mom, she still like to watch the soap operas. We had put the TV in there, and she was talking about Young and the Restless the other day. I'm like, wow, I didn't know she still remember, still know about those soaps, but she still remember Young and the Restless and General Hospital. She was talking about it the other day, and I was like, wow, she remember that. Because, those shows have been on a long time. They have been on a long time. So I'm just reading right here about, help the person with down to do list, just keep up with some of the things they like or try to keep up. Hey, Miss Key, how you doing? I'm just sharing some things about as time. This is November is as time awareness month. And I was just sharing some things that what I experienced seeing my mom go through. And this is for someone who's got to care for someone that's dealing with Alzheimer or dementia. You have to put them on a schedule, just like they're your baby. Have their time when they eat, bathe. If you want them to watch their favorite television show, or if you give them up for exercise or doing something, just have a routine for them. You're doing well, that's good. I'm just sharing some content for Wellness Wednesday. This is part one. Every year I does share this because I got on the shirt I made last year. So, this based on what I do, try to put out awareness and information and try to share some inspiration for someone that is going through Alzheimer's disease. And Alzheimer's disease is a disease that affect your memory. And you start having confusion. You might talk about stuff that had happened like in the 1960s, or you be talking about things that are not reality, because that's how the disease affect your memory, where you like you stuck in the past. And so, in other words, and there are people that have Alzheimer's real bad. I mean, some people even end up dying from it. And I guess it all depends on how bad it is and what stage. And like I said, my mom is in the early stages. And sometimes she'll say something, I'll be like, no, that ain't what happened. Then she'll be like, yes, it was. And, you don't want to make them feel like they ain't right, but you do want to correct them in a way where they understand that this is not what it's supposed to be. But like this right here says, just get a plan, have a plan with them. If you decide to set them up during the day, have a time to let them sit up and watch TV, time for them to take a bath, time when they want to watch their favorite movie, things like that. Just do things in a routine. There's a planned activity that a person enjoys and try to do them at the same time each day. That's what I be trying to tell my brother now. Try to do things uh in a schedule. Then we know this is what she want every day. So that'll help. Let's see what else I got in here. So I was just sharing some information about as timer right here. Let's see. This right here are just some symptoms of someone that these are just symptoms are Alzheimer. Alzheimer disease is the most common type of dementia. It's memory loss, social withdrawal, difficulties with planning. Just like I was saying, a person with Alzheimer dementia, they don't know too much about the social media and stuff like that. They don't know how to socialize and plan things because of their memory loss. They're where they can't remember some of the things that they used to do or what they have done. So that's where the caregivers come in and help have it where they're able to at least remember some of the things they like to do. So these are just some of the symptoms. If you notice any type of these symptoms with someone that you're caring for or someone that like I always say, early detection does save lives. So right here they said, that's right. Do some type of plan because they're easy to get confused. That's why it's best to have a schedule for them or someone that's going through this. Have them in a schedule. Okay. They're good at misplacing things. Like my mom, my mom was killing me one day. She kept on talking about her pocketbook. She kept on saying, I know you see my pocketbook. I know you see my pocketbook. I said, no, I don't see it, Mom. She said, it's over there. I said, over where? I kept on looking. I kept on looking. And she kept on saying she had the pocketbook hanging over there. She put it over there. See, my mom don't walk. And I know she didn't take the pocketbook over there. And she just kept on. She just was having a fit by her pocketbook. So I had to actually get a pocketbook and put it over there and let her see. So I wanted her to know it wasn't a pocketbook over there. So she kept on, like she was getting real agitated about a pocketbook. So at the time, that's when I was selling the little pocketbooks I had. So I made sure I put that pocketbook up there. Even though it wasn't there, she kept saying it was there, but I tried to put it where, just went along with her, but I knew it wasn't there. So they're easy to forget some of the things that they're doing, things from the past. They're living in the past, but they're just because the disease affect their brain. It's a difficult concentrate, mood swings, difficult solving like simple tasks. Like I said, my mom, she's not able to do it. She's bedridden. She uses her hands and stuff like that. So she's not able to do a lot of things for herself. So um, she's there in the bed and we have to care for her. So these are just some of the symptoms. Like I said, when you notice someone is going through dementia or got Alzheimer's. Misplacing things, difficult concentrate, mood swing, difficult solving task, confused, let it be confused about a lot of things, difficulty plan when you want to plan something, social withdrawal, and memory loss. So these are some of the things, and this right here said the risk factor, your age has something to do with it, your sleep patterns, family birthday. I be asking my mom, she knew her birthday was the other week. She kept on saying, my birthday tomorrow, ain't it? I said, no, it's the next day. She kept on saying, how I'm gonna be 16. I know she was just playing. She's gonna be 16. I said, no, but you're gonna be 85. But it's certain things like that she does forget. Sometimes she forget people's name. Sometimes she might forget her birthday, but we just keep constantly trying to tell her, correct her more and more about it. So these are some of the things that are risk factors, and these are some of the things that you could notice about a person that dealing with dementia. Sometimes they might forget their birthdays. They might have high blood pressure. These are some of the things like smoking, uh, head traumas. So I was just sharing that with y'all. If you come in my chat, I welcome you. Don't forget to hit those like buttons, share, and subscribe. On my channel, I like to share awareness. I like to share the information along with what I be talking about. Like I said, I'm not a nurse or a doctor or anything like that, but I does like to share things when it come down our mind, body, and soul. So I just read to y'all some risk factors and some signs of someone in your family dealing with Alzheimer, things that probably could help you if you notice some of the things that they're going through that you're not used to seeing. You have to be able to be aware of the signs. When a person starts forgetting and losing their memory and getting very confused about a lot of things, 9 times out of 10, something is going on. And it's always best to get things checked out to be on the safe side. So I was just bringing to y'all about the different things and information about Alzheimer's disease. And I'll be sharing more information on Wellness Wednesday. Now I'm fixing to read some inspiration. This is some inspiration messages for the caregivers because I reason I put it out for the caregivers because ones who saying about people like this, it's a lot. And you try to stay positive for them. You try to encourage them. But when you're feeling in some way, you don't want them to feel in some way because you want to make sure they stay encouraged, they stay inspired. So I'm just going to read some uplifting messages to help caregivers of someone that's dealing with dementia. Your strength and compassion inspire others to keep shining. Every moment with your loved one is precious. Cherish it. And that's what I do. Every chance I get, I try to do whatever I can to brighten up my mom's day. She loved herself some cookies. I mean, I try to give her the cookies. I don't like for her to eat all that sugar, but those cookies is her go-to. And every time I come to her, you brought my cookies, I bring her a different kind of either my kids or, that is what she likes. That is her go-to snack. Um, so I try to do a lot of things with her. I try to share things with her, let her know, a lot of things that's going on out in the world. Um, but she's still here with me, even though it seems like when people go through dementia or Alzheimer, it seems like they're a different person, but they're still your relative. Either if your mom or dad or sibling or somebody that's kin of you is going through this, it ain't like they're not with you. It's just that they're at that point of their life where they can't remember some of the things they used to remember. But like you said, my mama's still in there. She'll say stuff. And sometimes me and her be laughing about stuff she used to do when she was young. And it's good to have a conversation. Keep having conversation with your loved ones. Let them know that you're there for them. So I'm just sharing some uplifting words for someone that's dealing with dementia or Alzheimer. Every moment with your loved one is precious and cherish it. You got this, and you're doing your best, and that's something to be proud of. Exactly. Exactly. You got to keep a person that's going through this encouraged. You really do have to keep them encouraged. That's why I try to do what I can to be there for my mom the best way I can. I don't know how to get down there. Uh, Trying to see what happened. But I was just sharing some inspiration and I shared some information concerning Alzheimer. Someone who's going through it or someone who have a loved one that is going through it, just know that you're not alone. There are millions of people that are going through this every day. I'm trying to get on camera for a few minutes. I'm not going to be on long. I was just sharing that information. Um, Hello, how's everybody doing? I'm your host, Georgia Girl, and today I was sharing some information about Alzheimer awareness. I talk about this because of my mom. She has the early stages of Alzheimer, and by me being there to see her go through this, it get challenging. It's hard to see your loved one go through those type of things, like where they lose memory of some of the other people in your family. You have to, it's not easy seeing your loved one go through things like that. But the only thing we have to do is continue to stay strong and be there for them as much as we can. Let them know that we love them. Let them know that we are here for them. You know, my mom be confused a lot. And then I know she realized she can't do some of the things that she used to do, but she's still here with me. And there are times when we can have a good conversation, and there'll be those times she be having those days where she's real agitated. And it's not a cure. It's not a cure for Alzheimer. It's not a cure for dementia. It's just the only thing the doctor do is give them medication to help just make them comfortable. Cause once she start getting in those agitated moods, I know it's time for her to go to bed, or she need to take something to help her relax. So that basically what the doctor basically do. Do what? Put me some tea in there. Yeah. But I see Living for Jesus was in here, Miss Key. Let's see who else was in here. Living for Jesus that she had, and Joshua. Hey Joshua. How you doing? I was talking about Alzheimer's disease. And do you know anybody that's going through Alzheimer's or dementia? Huh? Oh, okay. Um, like I said, I found out a couple of years ago about my mom having that disease, and trying to care for someone that go through that is not easy. You want to make them comfortable as much as you can. You want to let them know that, look, everything gonna be okay. And that's how you keep them encouraged, and you keep your own self encouraged. I see Ruth was in here. Thank you, Ruth, for coming in. Miss Key. Hope everybody have had a good day today. I know this is the day after the election. I know it's a lot of people in shock, but five was in here and living for Jesus. But it's just one of those things, y'all. It's one of those things. But living with Jesus was saying she had a loved one to go through dementia, and she said they no longer went through Alzheimer, and they no longer here. And if you want to check out these shirts here, these is one of my shirts from last year. It's saying "Live to fight another day." Alzheimer awareness. I wear this shirt because of my mom is dealing with dementia. It's good to see everyone. And thank you. You said you'll be praying for my mother. Thank you. It's not a cure for it. It's not a cure for that. It's like to me they go back in time. They go back in time, talking about things when they was a child, and talking about things what they have experienced, but they still think they're still in the past. And I try to correct her and make sure I tell her, "Mom, no, that ain't what's going on." And you don't want to make them upset. You don't want to make a person upset that's going through this, even though they be confused. You don't want to make them. The only thing you can do is try to correct them the best way you can, and to try to guide and encourage them that it's gonna be okay. But I hope everybody have had a good day today. Anyway, it's had been raining here today. I was gonna go for a walk, so that's gonna be some of my awareness for as timer. I'll be going for a walk, and I'll just use that for awareness when I'm not putting out some information or inspiration about this disease. Julian, go ahead, me the tablet right here. Hand me the tablet right now. But like I said, there are millions of people dealing with this. You talk to your dad? He didn't call. Yes. Okay. I was going through some things, and like I said, this awareness always be in. Well, it be in no June also, but this is the National Alzheimer Awareness Month. So it be in November. Sometimes the ribbon be purple, but I think this year they're wearing teal. I saw they're wearing teal, but last year was purple. So this is my shirt from last year. But like I said, it'll affect your memories. It do something to your memory loss. It bother you when you want to try to plan things. Someone with Alzheimer can't plan a dinner. They can't plan no type of event. You know how you have events and stuff, like for instance, if you want to do a dinner party or something like that, someone with Alzheimer can't do that. They can't, because they're not where they might not remember to do some of the things to how to start a dinner party. And you know, when you want to do a dinner party, you want to get your menu together. You want to know how many people you want to invite. You know, you don't want to have a person that's going through dementia or Alzheimer's. Don't try to put them on those type of tests. You know, I would never try to ask my mom, what do you think we should have for Thanksgiving? You know, even if she suggests, because she used to cook, but she don't do that now. She don't cook or do anything. So we really just caring for her. Um, but they get, when they be like this, they get where they can't remember a lot of things. They can't plan an event. They can't, you know. And so I just thank God my mom is here with me. I thank God every day. And they were just telling us that's what she'll have to live with. Tell neighbor, you about ready. What time it is? This time here is so
I'm
crazy.
working on a diet.
You working on what?
A diet. I'm not going to eat any junk food for 2 days.
Come on, girl. You already live. What you talking about?
I said I will eat junk food for 2 days.
Child, who believe it?
You. So today I didn't eat nothing. We always ate with Hot Pockets, grits.
You got a cookie. I saw you when you got a cookie.
What cookie?
It was a cookie in the refrigerator.
Uh,
This little girl so serious about
she
on a diet. She gonna eat
today I'm
junk.
going on a diet.
Girl, get your little butt out the way. You already about this big.
Not gonna be different. Not gonna be fat as you.
Don't be calling me fat. Get away from me, girl. Whew. Lord Jesus. Get out. This cat child eat all the time. Talking about she on a diet. She don't weigh no more. You don't weigh no more about what?
You'll never be on a diet.
Yes, I do. I'm on one now.
People have been on the diet.
Get down. You can't fix those serious. But anyway, I just wanted to share, like if I was sharing some things about as time awareness. Like I said, people would go through that. They have difficult times to do tests. They have difficult time to be able to hold up. They can hold conversation with you, but they might talk about things that in their past, or they might talk about something that you be like, they'll kind of make you confused because you're trying to help them out, trying to make sure don't waste that milk. You try to go and tell your brother to give you some, or you're gonna make a mess. When you be trying to have a conversation with, I enjoy talking with my mom. I really do. I enjoy talking with her. What happened? Did my live stop? No, it stopped. But I enjoyed when I do have the chance to talk with my mom, even though there are sometimes she be confused, and then sometimes it might confuse me because I'm trying to explain to her. So these are just some of the things that you can be aware of when they start misplacing things, when they start to, like I said, my mom don't be on social media, so it ain't like she um having a withdrawal from that because she don't even know what social media is. No.
Mom, why don't your mom know what social media is?
She don't know what social media. In her day they didn't have social media.
Did they have a phone?
Yeah. As she got a little older, but when my mom was a child, they had like the house phones. They didn't have cell phones and computers and things like that. Your grandma was born in 1939, so she was born in 1939. So no, they didn't have all this stuff we got now. That's why I said
They must have eaten nasty food.
no. My mom used to work out in the field. She used to do all that stuff. Yeah, she used to pick cotton and all the stuff she used to do. She used to walk and do different stuff, but her legs then got bad on her. Yeah, that's my little granddaughter, y'all. She was surprised when I told her that my mama now didn't have social media. A lot of people didn't have social media. I think when I got my first cell phone, was I still in school? Oh, hey Frank, how you doing? You was raised without social media? I mean, when I was coming up, I wasn't on Facebook. I wasn't on none of those things. I just started getting on Facebook in 2016. That's when I started getting on social media. hmm That's when I started getting on social media. And my first social media was how you doing? My first social media was Facebook. That was my first social media. And I got what I got. I got TikTok now. I got Instagram. I don't be on all of it. I be like, I barely can be on YouTube. I'm trying to do this channel, but I had said I was gonna start. Then I got Twitter. I had said I was gonna start networking. I share my lives on Twitter and stuff like that, because I had two Twitter accounts, but when I got my other phone, I got logged out. I can't find, and I keep trying to remember what is the password, and I forgot the password to that page. But how you been doing? And I think you had told me about your mom or somebody had dementia. Did you tell me that a long time ago? As timer, was it you or somebody was telling me their parents? I know Big Vi was talking about his grandmother. November is As Time Awareness Month, and I share information and different things about As Time. I was just saying when they start losing memory, get confused, start getting where they forget stuff and don't know where they're being put down stuff. And I was just talking about my mom and some of the things I have experienced seeing my mom doing since she's been diagnosed with early dementia. Yeah, I have met a lot of classmates, family, through Facebook. I mean, yeah, I know you was telling about your grandmother. Okay. Um, Social media can be a good thing, and it also can be bad. I guess it just all depends on what you do on social media or what you put out on social media. Because I'm like this, if you don't put your business out, it won't be out. You know what I'm saying? People are gonna go by what they see, they're gonna go by what they think they know, but that don't mean it's true. You see what I'm saying? But once you put what's on your mind, once you put in that little area, this is what on my mind, you know people gonna see it. And they're gonna be like, okay. They're gonna either run with it or they gonna comment on it or they just pass on by. But yeah, you said it was your grandmama. I know, yeah, I remember you was telling me about it. And today, November is awareness, and so today is the first Wednesday, and I'll be sharing more information about Alzheimer every Wednesday on like I did uh Alzheimer. I was gonna walk today because that is awareness for Alzheimer's. A lot of people walk and they share information and they do things for Alzheimer's. And also, this is one of my shirts from last year. So I wear this. Last month I did breast cancer for my stepmom. To this month I'm doing this for my mom because she had the early signs of dementia. Yeah, it is for memories, and that's basically where my family about basically be on. That's where I got a lot of family pictures, and 'cause my family, like the older ones, they don't know too much about YouTube. They know I got a channel, but they be like, I don't know how to get on that. They be saying, I don't know how to get on that. And sometimes I share things on there so they can see it. And then my auntie be like, I don't know how to get on YouTube now. And I be trying to tell them all thing I do is put your email in, but the older ones, they still don't quite understand it. But yeah, Frank, I remember you telling me, I knew you was your grandma or granddad. I think that was you said your grandmama. I know Big Vi was talking about his grandmama one time. So was it hard seeing your grandmama go through that, Frank? Was you old enough to know what your grandmother was going through? Like some people, like when we first noticed that my mom was losing her memory and was saying stuff all out the ordinary. And I asked her doctor, did you remember seeing was you old enough to know what she was doing? Like, did you know the signs? Did you see the signs about what she was going through? Like my mom, she get confused a lot. She claims she'll put something here, and Camille was like, she kept fussing and getting on me about a pocketbook. She kept on saying, that my pocketbook over and I'm just looking. I'm like, I don't see the pocketbook. And I had to actually, because the pocketbook she was talking about, it was from years ago. And ain't no telling what that is. So I had to go and get a pocketbook similar or either close to what she was talking about because she get real agitated. She started getting real. My brother be like, you probably could be telling me, Mom, no, she be, like she be talking about stuff that happened in like years ago. And I be trying to tell my brother now, like, look, that's just what she go through. Long as she's not where she's hurting or no, long as she's, you know, we cause she's in the bed. It ain't where she can get out and do something to hurt herself or do anything in that order like that because she's not able to do that. But there are some people that have it real bad. They wander off from home. They wander off from home. And I remember I was working at this job. It was this man missing, and they was saying he had Alzheimer, and he had them wandered off from home. But I think they found him. But the thing about it, when you got parents or someone that's going through Alzheimer and they wander off or they leave, it's best to make sure you stay there with them. Make sure you got somebody there watching them, especially if they're able to get out the house. Especially if they're able to get out the house, you have to make sure they don't mess with the stove and stuff like that. My grandma would tell me she wanted to go home, and it wasn't her home; it was heaven. Oh, okay, for real, Frank. So I think you did was telling me about that long, long time ago. Wow, like my mom, she get to talking about her mama, her sisters, and all them gone. She be like, And my mama's sister had passed, right? And they used to talk to each other every day. Every day they'll call each other. She'll come see my mom, or that when my mom was walking and stuff. That when my mom didn't have going through what she's going through now. And they would see each other every day because they was like on my mom stayed here and her sister just like stayed down the block, right? And when my aunt died, I had to tell my mom that she had died because my mom, they didn't want me to tell my mom because they know how what's my mama's health situation, right? But she kept on just saying, she acting funny. She ain't been calling me. She just kept on, she kept on, she kept on. And I told my brother and them, I said, I gotta tell her, cause she thinking my auntie not calling her, not coming to see her, but she had passed. And I just hadn't told my mom. So I had to go on and tell her. And I told her, and right now today, she still bring up by her sister. She still think her sister's right down the road. But I keep constantly telling her, I said, Mama, she's no longer with us. And she was like, she gonna come see me today. She told me she would come to see me today, stuff like that. And but I have to bring her back to reality to just say, look, Mama, your sister gone. She died. She died with cancer. And that was one of the hardest things for me to do for my mom, to tell her about her sister. She lost her sister, and because she was thinking that she thought her sister didn't want to be around her because my mom had got down sick, and my aunt, she got sick all of a sudden. And then we found out she had pancreas cancer, and it had moved. She was already in her last stages, but she didn't even know it. And it was just awful. I want to start crying, but it was an awful thing that happened to my aunt. She died, and my mom, they were real close. And I had to, that was one of the hardest things for me to do, to tell her sister gone, especially in the condition that she's in herself. When my grandmother asked about my mother, it was hard to tell her my mother's gone. That's what I'm saying. That was one of my hardest, because she is still today. I think my aunt been gone like at least 2 or 3 years now, and she still would say today. Then she'll say it right, and then she realized, she'll say, "Oh, she gone." I said, "Yeah, Mom, she no longer with us." See, when people go through dementia, we know that they be saying stuff that they have already said before, or they talk about something that had already happened, but in their mind, they don't know that it's been happened. That's why they keep constantly saying the same thing over and over. And it'll make you confused, but you have to try to explain and tell them, no, this is not what happened. This is what's going on. And that's what my mom doctor told us. Just try to make her as comfortable, do some of the things she like to do. She said she wanted to watch The Young and the Restless the other day. And I was like, you still remember that? You remember those soap operas? The Young and the Restless? She remembered, and she used to them, when she got like she is now. I didn't think she still wanted to watch the story. So I'm thinking that she was thinking about the soap opera, because that's what we used to do. My mom used to watch General Hospital, and I used to watch General Hospital. I used to watch All My Children. I used to watch all those stories before they. I think General Hospital still come on, but before they took One Life to Live and All My Children, and what it was another one. I know on Channel 3 they have Bold and Beautiful, but she still like Young and the Restless. So the other day when I was older, I turned it on to her. I'm like, oh, well, she still remember those soap operas. I used to be sitting there watching them too. But yeah, that's all we can do, Frank, is make them comfortable. And like my mom, she get agitated quick. That's why at night, we try to just make sure she comfortable, and They say it's not a cure. So what the doctor do, they give her their medicine to rest. And so that's what my mom do. We give her medicine to rest at night. If not, she'll be rambling. She'll be rambling all night. She'll be talking about, and then we be trying to correct her. I mean, she do it a lot at night. She just be, whew. I'm like, no, that ain't what going on. You said low key, I still watch there today. You do? Okay. I haven't watched. Ooh, I used to love General Hospital now. General Hospital. I know it still come on, but I don't know half of the people on that now. I don't even know who they are now. They didn't. A lot of the people didn't changed and characters didn't change. You know what they do, Frank? They'll die and come back. I think Sonny on General Hospital and died so many times. I think he done died so many times. He done came back. But yes, just remember if you're a caregiver, so for someone that's dealing with Alzheimer, you have to be patient with them. Days Out Loud, okay. Days Out Loud with my jam back in the day. Okay, I remember days. It still come on, don't it, Live for Jesus? Don't it still come on? Do it still come on? I had started liking bowl. We got bowling and beautiful. Every now and then I might turn on it, but I don't know half of the people now. I don't know half of the people now. They didn't look. They didn't kill so many. They didn't brought so many back, and then the children on the story, they could be little this day. I said by the end of the week, you ain't gonna eat some of that what I cook. Like the children be born on the stories, right? There'll be a baby this week. You get to watching it next week. Them babies then got grown. I'm like, what? But yeah. But anyway, I was just bringing that up about my mom. I know that's one of the stories she like is Young and the Restless. And I try to like people that going through dementia or Alzheimer, you really have to put them like on a schedule. You might have to like in the morning time, you might get them up, get them breakfast, maybe coffee or whatever they like. Hey Ruth, how you doing? You still alive? You might want to give them coffee. My mom used to drink coffee every day. She used to drink coffee every day, but now she don't really drink it now, but she used to drink it every day. You said Days Out Loud is still on, but on NBC. Oh, that's what Days Out Loud is on NBC? Okay. Yeah. But yeah, that's what I want to bring to y'all today. Just sharing some information about Alzheimer, and it's challenging, and it's kind of hard to see a loved one go through that. It really is, especially your mom or someone that's real close to you. You hate to see them not being able to remember some of the things that is going on in reality right now, but they like it's just like they losing parts of their lives. 'Cause they'll bring up stuff that some things they forget and some things they don't forget. And they'll talk about things that had happened in the past. And the only thing we have to do is make them comfortable, as long as they're not hurting each other, and find ways to do things they like to do. Even though sometimes they get agitated. Sometimes my mom gets so mad with me. Oh, my brother, no. She'll say in a minute. Now, the one thing my mom, she will tell people what she like and what she don't like. But after we get certain ages, we all probably gonna start having dementia. And I'm 55 years old, and I seem to forget a lot of stuff now. I don't know about y'all. Sometimes I forget stuff in a minute. I'm for real. I be like, Lord, what I did with my pocketbook, or what I did with them keys, what I did with my phone. Do y'all be like that sometimes? Sometimes you can just put stuff down. You put stuff right here, there. you go back, it don't be there. Then sometimes it be there. You just still be trying to wonder. I'm good about laying stuff down. I'm good about it. I am. I'm good about can't keeping up with stuff. So we start experience those kind of things at an early age. So like I said, I'm finna be 56. So I mean, I'm pushing 60. And those signs, those are some of the signs of dementia. But they're saying you start getting it at a later age in life because you easy to forget. I know. I remember I had left my phone on top of the car one day. Lord have mercy, Jesus. I left my phone on top of the car. I left some keys on top of the car. I ain't gonna tell those stories. Sometimes you just easy to forget, but that's part of life. That is part of life, everybody. So if anybody that's going through anything, or or they caregivers for someone that's going through dementia, just know you're not alone out there. I don't know about that microwave on. You're not alone. There are a lot of people that are going through that in the world today. I have friend. I done left my phone on top of the car. And I don't know, and took off in the car. And I'd be like, where my phone at? Next thing you know, the phone has fell in the road. Yes. And keys, I'm bad about putting my keys. I remember I used to be working, y'all. And that's what I always tell my grandkids now and my children. Get your stuff together, like when they get ready to go to school. Get your stuff together at night now. Because in the morning time, you want to be trying to look for stuff. And I used to have a habit of misplacing my car keys. That's when I was driving and taking people to work. And I'm like, Lord, we're going to be late to work. Have to be looking all down in the sofas and everything. So I got to start putting the key where I can see them. But, like I said, when you get older, your mind start getting bad on you a little bit. But that's just part of life. That's just part of life. Yeah, Frank, I done throw my own phone away. Went back down the road. It had to shatter. Cause I forgot it was on top of the car. I lost my mind bad. I lost my mind bad. That's what I just say. But anyway, you guys, I enjoy. You said when you're in a rush, that when you forget. Yeah. Yep. That's when a lot of things happen. Like when you try to be in a hurry, when you're not really thinking, like, okay, yeah, that seems to happen. And they were saying, like, sometimes you misplace things, mood swings, when you be trying to figure out something and seem like it's just not working out for you. You be trying hard to like figure this out or figure that out. And sometimes I used to be on this string, y'all. I'd be like, I can't get this thing right from there. It used to make me real agitated. So I started saying, I'm just gonna let it run the way it is. I said, until I was able to figure out, in my own way about things. And that's what you have to do sometimes. You have to try to figure out things for yourself and use your own judgment on things. But like I said, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. This just was awareness. And like I said, I wear purple this month for my mom. Last month I was wearing pink for my stepmom. My stepmom died of breast cancer. It has been a year. October 26th, my stepmom had, died from breast cancer. That's why I was talking about breast cancer. So this month I'm wearing purple. Hey, Mona. This month I'll be wearing purple for my mom and anybody that's dealing with dementia or Alzheimer. How you been doing? Good to see you. I was just talking and we were just talking about dementia and Alzheimer, and I was just wondering, had anyone? Thank you. She's doing okay. She deals with that. Dementia and Alzheimer's is when you um lose memory of things that going on in your life. It's just like it's a setback. It have you where my mom 85, sometimes she'll talk about things that don't no longer, or talk about people that are no longer here. She might say, did you see this person or that person? I'm like, no, he ain't here. He's no longer here with us. It's just like you living like in you she living like in the past. She still think her sister, her mom, or friends. She might bring up some of her friends' name. And I constantly have to keep telling her they no longer here. Because that's just how dementia have you like, it's just like you forget about what's going on in reality today. You just go back in time. And they say it's not a cure for that. She's 85, and it get real bad. It will get real bad. And there have been people that died from it if they get where so bad where they can't, it's not able to cope with those type of things. Best advice I can tell you to watch out for that, for that. It is signs. Oh, you talking about signs of the D word? Yeah, yeah. Respect to you, looking after your mom. It's a who's response. Yeah, I help out where I can. I have other people. Why? I go through health issues myself, but I have to make sure she's good. A lot of people always wanted me to put her in a nursing home, but I just haven't did it. You know, Family is helping taking care of her, but if it get to at the point where we have to, I will. But that's not that. I just can't make that choice. I only thing, this is what I say, y'all. Whatever God got in store for my mom, she will be at home whenever that time comes. And the only thing we can do right now, I'm about to cry. But only thing we can do now is just make her comfortable, let her enjoy, and that's the only thing I can do right now. Just let her be comfortable and enjoy life to the fullest. I get emotional. I get very emotional. But anyway, it ain't easy seeing your loved one go through things. I'm just being honest. It's not easy, but I have faith. I do have faith. hmm I do have faith, and I believe in prayer. I really do. And thank y'all for the prayers, and thank y'all for supporting. I try to keep myself. I try to watch out for the signs. I try to watch out for things that, you know, I check her out, when I'm there, making sure she's okay. But the main thing, that's the only thing we can do is make her comfortable. I try to give her some of the things she like. Um, she love cookies, y'all. I be calling her the little cookie monster because she loves cookies. I mean, she love all kinds. I'm like, whenever I'm coming over, whenever I go see her, I make sure I have some of her favorite things she like. But she know me, but at one time she had forgot who I was, and it just broke my heart. It broke my heart, Lord have mercy. And I kept saying, "Ma, it's me, Amy, it's me." Okay, Ruthie, good to see you. Thank you for coming in. I'm finna close this out in a few minutes. I had to kept telling my mom, it's me. She was calling me my daughter. She did like different kinds. She did like different kinds. Sometimes I get her those uh vanilla wafers. I get her those a lot. I don't even want to get her those sweet, sweet cookies. You see what I'm saying? I don't like to get her those sweet, sweet cookies. maybe something like um, the gingerbread or the shortbread or the peanut butter. I don't even want to eat those sweet, creamy cookies. A big size when she says she's ready to go. I know, Frank. I know. You know, when she just had a birthday, my mom just turned 85. Yep. But okay, you guys, I appreciate y'all so much. And this is what people are living with, y'all. People are living with these things. They're living with Alzheimer's and dementia. And you got to be able to prepare. I have to prepare myself, and I have to be able to try to keep myself educated on these things about what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, but I have enjoyed y'all as always. But yes, for the next what 2 or 3 Wednesdays, I will be sharing some information about Alzheimer's. This is Alzheimer's Awareness Month, and I'll also be sharing some information about diabetes because it's also Awareness Month. So thank you. I enjoy y'all too. And did y'all candidate win today? Ooh. I'm just gonna speak on that for a minute. Ooh, Lord. It was a shocker, but it is what it is. Like I said earlier today, it is what it is. A lot of people were happy they candidate won. I was shocked, but I wasn't. I kept on saying he gonna win. He gonna get back in there. Only thing I would say, Mr. President, do right by everybody. Do right by the people. We all like him struggling. We all like him need stuff. I know, Frank. I was talking about it earlier today. I'm like, oof. But anyway, 4 more years of that. But she said a nice speech. But you know what, y'all? If she hadn't won, he wouldn't have did that for her. If he hadn't won, he was gonna say she stole it. See, but like I was saying earlier today, maybe it just wasn't her time. But I think if she would have go back maybe another time, like maybe in 4 more years, maybe she want to try again. See, she'll be more prepared, more she'll have more time to work with it. But she did a lot. But in the little time that she had, she did do a lot. Yeah, that's why I said it probably just wasn't her time this time. But because to me, they dropped that on her, you know? She didn't have a year. She didn't have a year to plan no campaign and all this and that. It just was only a few months. Yeah, but when I'm just gonna tell you now, when it's your time to do stuff, it'll happen. It will happen. Things might not happen when we want it to happen, but if it's your time, it's gonna be your time. Yeah. You said exactly. He would January. See, yeah, yep, yep. The day after my birthday, when all that stuff happened, 'cause my birthday January the 5th, and the day after my birthday, I remember when all that stuff was going on. Oh, you do? Mm. So they wanted to get rid of him, and she had to really prepare herself. But I really say I think she still did a good job with what she did. What she did. Like I said, God's still in charge. So what I said earlier, God is still in charge. And we're gonna see. We're gonna see how things be. They better work on them he better work on them grocery prices. I tell you that. Yep. I watched it, then I watched a little his speech. And he was saying God spared him. If you know God spared you, do the right thing. Do the right thing if God spared you. I heard him say that then. I went to bed. I ain't want to watch no more. He said, I was already in the bed, but I just turned on over. I turned on over, y'all. I said, I can't, I can't hear no more. I said, I want to hear no more, see no more. I'm through with it. But y'all continue to have a blessed night. Stay encouraged and always stay what? Prayed up. All right, then, Frank. Thank you for sharing, and thank y'all for let's continue to keep lifting each other up. Let's continue to keep praying for one another, supporting one another. And what did you do today, Frank? Did you do any videos today? I'm not getting notifications on people. I love you too. I'm not getting any notification on videos and stuff. Yep. But I want to thank everybody that came in. Ruthie, Frank, Mona, Miss Key, Bud Files. I'm trying to make sure I didn't Living for Jesus, Mona, Joshua, Frank. I'm trying to make sure I didn't overlook nobody. Thanks to everybody that didn't come in. And if anybody going through this, to mention as time, just know you're not alone out here. And my prayers going out to each and everybody that's going through this. When you see your family hurt, you're going to hurt just like them. So y'all continue to stay blessed, stay encouraged, and always stay what? Prayed up. Until next time. Good night, y'all. Thank y'all for joining.